Well, hello, and we're on day 2 of the vlog for the month of July project that I sort of given myself. It started off, I was just going to vlog Tour de Fleece, and if you're not a hand spinner you might not have heard of that, but it's where hand spinners spin for the duration of the Tour de France cycle race. If you know what that is, I've probably said this in every video for the last few weeks, so sorry if I'm kind of over explaining things. Oh, hang on a minute. There you go, that's better. So what is on the agenda for today? Well, a walk along the beach. I've had to come down here with the car, despite the fact I much prefer to walk down here, but I need to bring the car down because we still haven't got a charging point for our electric car back at the house. So we have to come and use the public charging points. We have got a date for getting a charger fixed. It is a saga, I won't bore you with it. Anyway, so what's on the agenda for today? So, post my sister's birthday cards. I have 3 sisters, one of my sisters' birthday this week, and she lives back in Somerset along with the rest of my family, although her and her partner are wanting to move back to Wales, and they think they found something. So it would be nice to have a family member back in Wales, that would be lovely. And what else? A bit of shopping to do, and then yeah, a bit of Tour de France prep. So let's carry on with our walk. Come on, Minnie, let's go. So we've come inland a little bit onto the moor, and it's really lovely. Now sometimes when the wind's in a certain direction you can hear a bit of traffic noise, which you can today, and also I can hear the ferry. Whether you can hear the ferry, I'm not quite sure. But we have been along here before, and we went along the boardwalk, which is off there. But we're not doing that today. We are going back along this route because we are going to do a loop back to the beach to pick up the car, which hopefully will have some charge in it. So after that trip up to the garden centre yesterday, I definitely needed to put a bit of charge in the battery. It doesn't have the biggest range, that car, because it's quite a heavy car, because it's a van really, that's kind of a van body but turned into a car. And we have that so that Andrew can get in and out of it easily, and we can put the mobility scooter in it, and we can put the wheelchair in it. So that wouldn't have been my first choice of vehicle. My first choice of vehicle is a Land Rover, but that's not very practical. Well, it is very practical, but just not in our situation. Right, well that was a good little climb up the hill. We're heading back that way, because that's where the car is. So we're going to carry on. Then, as I say, I've got a couple of errands to run. Post office, got to drop off Andrew's prescription. I don't know why you need to know that, but anyway, that's what I've got to do. And then do I need anything for dinner? I think we've got everything for dinner, so probably don't need to go to the shops. And after having had a splurge yesterday, I am definitely avoiding the charity shops. As much as I love to go in there, I mustn't. I just mustn't. And I've just been distracted by a lovely little butterfly that's just flitting about in the long grass here. Okay, right, well, I'll probably see you back at the Bijou Blue Bungalow. Bye for now. So it's about 2-3 o'clock, something like that, and I've done all the housework I'm going to do for one day. I've cooked part of dinner, made a chickpea curry, and the rest of it I'll do a little bit later on. Want to do some fibre prep, but before I do that, I want to start making lake pigment out of the dye that I made from the chamomile flowers. So it's very, very yellow. I've just strained the chamomile flowers out. So I'll just turn the camera around so you can have a look what that looks like. So the next thing I need to do is heat the dye to simmering point, then put it in a glass jar and add alum to it, followed by some washing soda. So I have experimented with this. I experimented with some older cones, got an okay result, but I think these really nice bright yellow chamomile flowers are going to be excellent. So, right, next stage, put it back on the stove. Okay, so you need a big jar because this can get a bit messy, which is why the big jar is inside something else. Then half the amount in your jar. Then I started with 100 grams of flowers, so I need 60 grams of alum. So hopefully I've got enough here. So 60 grams is about 4 tablespoons. Oh, I'm only just going to have enough. So that's about right. Then here comes the fun bit. We're going to add in half as much dissolved washing soda, and this is where we should have the exciting chemical reaction. Oh, oh dear, that was fun. Didn't expect it to do that. I have to let that sit because hopefully the pigment is going to separate out, but I think a lot of that pigment is in the foam, so I have still got some dye left. I don't think I needed quite as much of the chemicals as I put in. I mean, they are very they're not very toxic chemicals. I say washing soda, I mean, it's very alkaline, but it's, you know, just be a bit sensible with it, it's fine. So I've put the school science experiment to one side and might have to rethink that. You can see the dog, she's still obsessing about things in the hedge and running up and down the hedge line. Anyway, what's next? Next is some fibre prep. I've got, oh, I don't know, about maybe 200 grams of the Ryland left. So I've got my combs out. I'm going to sit here, do some fibre prep before next walk, and then video editing, making dinner, and the day will be done. It goes past like that, it just goes so quickly. Right, okay, bit of fibre prep. I absolutely love these, as I've told you several times before if you've watched my videos, and I set it up so it's fixed in place, and here we go. Now I'm hoping that you can't hear that there is a digger doing big diggering not very far away. You can probably hear the dog down the road barking. At this time of the day, people are walking their dogs, and every time they go past, they set the dogs off, which is fair enough because, you know, they're guarding their homes, aren't they? Right. So I've really enjoyed working with this Ryland and finding out a little bit about the history, and I have made a couple of videos about it, so I won't bore you. So normally you don't comb wool that's got such a short staple length, but I have been finding that this works best for me. And you know my motto, there are no fibre arts police. So as this works for me, this is what I'm doing. And then the bits that are no good are for going on the garden. And I had a question about the wool that I put in the garden. And I have answered the person who asked the question, but I thought I would answer it here so that everybody can hear it. So the question was, what do you do with the wool that you've put around your plants to protect them from the slugs once the plants come out? Because I was putting it round annual vegetables. Well, I just leave it in place and it breaks down over the winter and feeds the soil. And if it hadn't broken down, or if it doesn't break down, then I put it in the compost if it's kind of not going to be helpful to have it there. So if I was sowing seeds, I wouldn't want to have a thick layer of wool mulch. So I would put it in the compost bin. Well, in fact, the wormery, because we don't have a traditional compost pile. We've got a waterway not very far away from us. So we would have ratty visitors at a compost heap. But they haven't worked out how to break into the wormery. So I have a wormery. I mean, you can't put everything in there. And things like the grass cuttings and the weeds, I take to the local recycling centre and it goes in the kind of big green bins there. Could have it picked up from the house. And again, it would go into kind of the big recycling that goes on a county level. They charge for having a bin and having it collected, which is fair enough. And I've always decided not to do it. But I have to say, having this silly electric car, I mean, it's not silly, it's very good, but it has changed the way I'm thinking about driving quite considerably. And even though the recycling centre is very close, I think it might be quite good to have them pick up the green waste once a week. No, do they do it once a week? No, once a month I think they pick it up. But anyway, whenever they pick it up with the rest of the recycling off the street. So I might look at that, but probably not till next year. It would save me a job. I mean, I might feel completely differently once we've got a charging point actually at the house rather than having to go down to the Parog every 2 minutes to put charge in the car. So that's going to be a very little nest of fibre. But I'm not in any rush. I'm just, having a nice time. Quietly doing my prep before I start on the big spin. I think I might get all of this spun before the Tour de Fleece is over. So I am thinking that I'm going to do some different prep, which I probably said at the beginning of this video. Considering that I'm making videos sort of in chronological order, I've actually forgotten what I've said already in this video. Oh dear, my middle-aged brain. Right, so nice little nest. And there's a bucket of little nests for it to go into. So as ever on these sort of craft along videos, I like to know what you're working on. Quite a nosy person really. Always like to know what others are doing. Are you a hand spinner? Are you going to do Tour de Fleece? Are you sewing, or are you just pottering about and listening to the random nonsense from inside my head? And I completely get it, because that is kind of the way I consume YouTube. I've got a couple of really favourite YouTube creators, and they don't have sort of action-packed videos. They don't have school science experiments in their videos. But, yeah, so they don't have action-packed videos, but they are just very lovely people, and I enjoy listening to them. And one of them is a lady called Kate Singh, who lives in California, and she has been on and off YouTube forever. She sort of makes a load of content and decides she doesn't like it and deletes it, and then doesn't do YouTube for months and months and months, and then comes back. And I couldn't tell you what it is about her content that I like, because it's something completely undefined or indefined. She's just a very lovely, chatty lady, and she talks about her family, and she talks about being a homemaker. I don't agree with her views on quite a few things, but life would be very boring if we agreed with everybody. And I am quite capable of disagreeing with someone's beliefs and still liking them. It seems to be something that our politicians need to learn, is that it's quite possible to have a disagreement with someone and not kind of go nuclear on them. Well, I just had to stop because I used up all the storage on my phone, so I've just had to do a bit of fiddling about. But fiddling about successfully achieved, and got some space to record a bit more. So I'm just going to carry on with this for a bit, and I will see you again when we are out on our evening walk. So we're back in our favourite evening walk through the woodland. And gosh, yes, another busy day. I hope you're enjoying these vlogs. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to show or cover, and I shall try and do my best to do it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.